Hello, I'm David Osger and this is Sign 7, here to give you a look at what's been going on in the signage and wide format print industries. This week we speak to Group Commercial Director of CMYUK, Robin East, about the company's latest open house events.
Well, where they differ slightly from, we do this day in, day out rather. So, if you come to a pre-booked one-on-one demonstration, you're going to get that same level. But when we do open houses, we actually involve the manufacturers as well. So it's quite nice for people if they want to actually speak to certain product specialists. We have finance people here so they can talk about the different products that they can utilise to kind of procure the equipment. And we have all of the materials specialists here as well. So that's something that we don't always have day to day. So, if you can kind of get a 360-degree experience on absolutely everything that we do over the 3 days.
The company holds events in its Shrewsbury training and demonstration facility throughout the year, with its most recent open house taking place between February 7th and February 9th. The facility includes equipment from the likes of EFI, Kongsberg, Epson, Mamaki and Canon.
I'm quite proud of the fact that we've got everything for the kind of smaller sign maker right the way up to the national and international industrial producer of large format graphics. And we kind of look at the market as display graphics. You can't kind of pigeonhole individual companies or industries anymore because they kind of do very diverse applications. We've got about 8,500 square feet of showroom here. We're putting another mezzanine floor in so that we can kind of steal some office space from downstairs, so that's happening. We've got an extension planned for the back of the building. It's kind of a problem really. When we were involved with EFI 17 years ago, they had 2 machines. They have 19 machines in the portfolio. I mean, it's just not viable to have 19 machines in our showroom, but we kind of try and do the best we can. And as I was saying to you, I think the real issue is, and why you need more space is, where the hybrid kind of strategy sat 5 years ago, people now actually do kind of favour the dedicated machine to do kind of one thing really well, or 3 or 4 things really well. People like dedicated roll-to-roll, they like dedicated flatbeds, so that's kind of created a demand for having more models in the showroom.
As a supplier of equipment and materials, CMYUK prides itself on the eco-credentials its textile products are able to give its business and customers alike. Working with a variety of wide format and super wide format print companies, CMYUK has a first-hand look at the trends taking place in the industry.
We're seeing a big trend in roll-to-roll, and that's something that's been a big shift from 5 years ago, where you tended to see quite a lot of enthusiasm on hybrid printers. The textile market is driving volume on the way that the exhibition industry has changed so much. I talk about B matrix quite a lot, and you look at the way that events and exhibitions are constructed, the kind of framing systems, and they're akin to utilising textiles. So people are shifting to having dedicated roll-to-rolls. Textile just ticks all the boxes. So, if you look at events and exhibitions, moving away from perhaps rigid sheets or mounting and laminating, materials that are far more detrimental to the environment and end up in landfill. Textiles are polyester based. So if you're managing the end of life of a product and taking them to like a Viola recycling centre where they have waste to energy conversion, you're doing the best practice that you can for your customers. Most of our customers, and let's face it, some of them are major brands, they all have sustainability managers, and they're getting very wise to the kind of new products, materials that are available to utilise for their display graphics. They're lighter in weight, they're easier to install, they're easier to replace, they have acoustic values, you can put antibacterial treatments for some markets. The kind of list goes on and on and on, and everything's kind of migrated across to that kind of textile application. Well, we're just very proud of the fact that it's become a facility that's liked. People leave the building and I quite like the fact that they feel that they've actually had a worthwhile trip to Shrewsbury. It's kind of built a reputation for, being a very useful resource, and we're pretty proud of that.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more from SignLink, you can check us out on the socials on screen or at signlink.co.uk. See you next time.